Hey everyone, welcome to the Durin show. We got an epic battle report of Khan versus the Return of the King Legendary Legion at 800 points. The scenario is Breakthrough. All right, so Breakthrough. This is kind of one of the newer scenarios. It's kind of out for a while, but it's one of the newer 6.
Objective-based.
Objective. Yeah. There's 4 objectives. We'll take a look at the table really quick. We got some trees. We got some houses, a little bit of ruins over on that side, a couple of rocks, but it's mostly, for the most part, it's kind of open. There's a lot of channels for it to go through. So you can see all the objectives on Breakthrough are going to be in the open.
Yeah, and how are we gonna play this? So I think the trees are gonna be natural line of sight. So line of sight's true, nothing weird there. All of the bases, so the trees are attached to the bases. That'll count as woodland difficult terrain. Play that normally. The ruins, it's gonna be kind of, I guess, straight up. If you can walk upstairs, if you can get through a doorway, we'll play it pretty much straight up. No special rules there. All of the houses, they're impassable, so nobody's going to be hiding in houses for this one. So it's really in a meadow, in a woodland forest. The ghosts are coming for the pirates.
Well, let's get into that right now. So we got our armies picked out. I've got 2 clans representing the pure Khan force that I'm bringing. So the first clan is Clan Scorpion. Yes, I'm making these up as I go. And first one is our Scorpion King. Yes, that is intentional. And he is on Chariot. He's leading 1 charioteer with a bow, 4 horsemen, 2 axemen, 1 bowman. And then continuing the Clan Scorpion, we have a Khandish chieftain on Chariot. He's got a Khandish charioteer with a hand-and-a-half axe. He's got 6 axemen and 2 bowmen. And then switching over to the other clan, Clan Viper, we have the Viper King. He's on Chariot. He's got 4 Khandish horsemen, 2 axemen, 1 bowman. And then we have a Viper chieftain on Chariot. He's got 3 horsemen, 6 axemen, 2 bowmen. All that totals to be 39 models, 8 points of might, and 20-something bows. I have to add it up. I can't remember, but it's a lot of bows. 6 chariots for those who are counting. So 2 kings, 2 chieftains, 2 charioteers, 6 chariots in total.
Awesome. And then for the Return of the King Legendary Legion, there's not a lot of ways to run this variant, so it's going to look pretty standard, with one minor tweak. So Aragorn's obviously the leader. Aragorn and the king have to be included in the army. And the third hero that I'm taking is the Herald of the Dead, as opposed to a Legolas. I think is one of the most common choices in the army. But yeah. I like the Herald. He's underrated, I think, a ton, but he's who I normally take. And this is like the one matchup where I kind of wish I would have taken Legolas, but
yeah, all those charioteers running around, those 1 wound D4. But just so everybody knows, Marcus and I we don't really cater to each other's lists too much. We like to play it as we go. So these are actually lists that we would play in an event
or have played before.
Yes,
so
exactly.
They're not getting cherry picked. We tried to make the matchup interesting, which this one's going to be interesting because my army's terror based, super high defense. Your army runs over things, and you don't have to take courage tests and trample. So you're going to be negating, I think, one of the biggest bonuses that my armies has for a large portion of your army. But on the flip side, your weakness, which is super low defense, is obsolete because your courage is also super low, and I hit courage, so that's also a bonus.
And you actually eliminate the defense of my chariots. So my highest defense things, you're eliminating that as well, so we're kind of negating each other's bonuses, which is going to be an interesting matchup. I see, because my trample hits will only wound on 6s for all of your army except Aragorn.
Yep.
My bows will be like 6s by 5s or something like that.
I think. Well, we'll have to pull it up. I think it's 6 by 5.
Yes, and so this is going to be a slugfest. The nice thing I do have is a fight advantage. So I have a fight value of 4.
Because all your base warriors are fight 4. Mine are all fight 3. But we were talking about this before. The special strike. So you're going to be using what special strike on every combat.
Yeah, so because he's attacking my courage, I have no penalty for my low defense anyways. So all my warriors will be piercing striking basically the whole game. And that way I only wound you on 6s, not 6s by 4s. And my heroes will be wounding Aragorn on 4s if I can. But that's pretty much the only advantage there. So I'll be doing that a lot when I can. I don't know if I'll do a lot of 2-handeds.
I have, and everything's WYSIWYG. I have a few models that can piercing strike. We'll see if the situation makes sense, but that'll be called out in real time.
Yeah.
One thing we should run back to the board and check this out as we do a couple highlights on the actual scenario. So you can see the objectives laid out right here. Table edges will be decided during a break. But a couple big things, right? So the win condition is going to be, or the game ending condition is going to be once a army force has been reduced to 25%. So we'll have to keep track of where our armies are at. Yep. This is going to be a slugfest game. And then, as you can see, the 12 victory points are kind of allocated. It's super heavy to the actual objective. So the 2 on the middle, contest the middle, and then sprint for the enemy objective. That's kind of where the meat and potatoes of the scenario lies. It's going to really force us to be aggressive with our fast-moving armies, because both armies are very fast-moving. Yeah. Lots of marches, lots of mounted cavalry models, and then really there's no penalty for being broken, as you can see. So not really worried about that part.
I am.
Well, yeah, for running. I guess for courage test running away, that's fair. Because yeah, that's a good point. Because once I break you, there's a potential for your army to quarter very quickly. Yes. After that, so I got to make sure that if that happens, I actually have objectives that I can score points on. You don't just run away and end the game. So that's the scenario.
Sweet. Awesome. So we're going to get right into the game, but before we do, I just wanted to plug, we have a podcast that we normally do. So it's the Durin Show. You can find it on any podcast platform, and even on this channel, we have a playlist for it.
We started to upload videos.
Yeah, we started doing that, so you can comment anything you want. And we also have an Instagram account, so check it out. It's _Durin_show, and we can check out, we post a lot of photos and stuff like that. But
yeah, I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of photos from today's game on there too.
Absolutely. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Alright, we're deployed. This is what deployment looks like. This is what the horde of Khand looks like. Let's see if I can get in focus. There we go.
Yeah, so where are your leaders, Mitch? Or where are your heroes? Your leader and your heroes.
Yeah, my leader is right here. He's the Khandish King on Chariot.
Okay.
I'm trying to get this in focus. There we go. So Khandish King on Chariot right there. Then we have my Khandish Chieftain right there. My other Khandish King is right there. And then I have a Khandish Chieftain right here. They're the ones with the axes up in the air.
Cool. And then my hero, I deployed in kind of a castle formation around this rock. So behind the rock, directly behind, you'll see the King of the Dead. The Herald deployed right behind him. Aragorn deployed right behind him. So all 3 heroes are in the middle here, surrounded by their warriors.
You got quite the castle up right there, but there's the heroes right there.
Yeah, so as we were deploying, you'll notice, so Mitchell's chariots are all within charge range, I think, pretty much. Yeah. My 2 horses I did deploy in counter charge range. Otherwise, none of my warriors have first turn charge possibilities.
Trying to stall them out a little bit.
So.
I'm trying to find a balance between getting distance and being able to shoot, but also not just completely giving him all the objectives because he has D8. So if he plants himself on all the objectives, it's going to be hard to get him off of those.
This army's gone against Rangers of Athelion at 850 points and didn't lose a model in 2 turns of shooting. Yeah, the gamble of D8 shooting with strength 2 bows can definitely backfire.
There's a little side note. Our brother Matt, who's on the podcast with us, made this. So it's our little dice tray with resin, but he's got it looks like the River Anduin on the bottom with the ring is underneath the resin. That's pretty cool. So that's where we're rolling on. All right. Are we ready for turn 1 priority?
Yep, turn 1 roll.
Okay.
I'll be rolling the white and red dice, and Mitchell, you're rolling the larger scale dice.
I'm rolling the big dice, and my first one is a scorpion. So here we go. 3s. It always starts with a 3 or a tie.
It goes to me.
Okay. So let's do some heroics. Sorry. I'm trying to decide. I'll call a heroic move with the chieftain right there.
So chieftain's down a point of might?
Yep.
Okay. Then we can cut away and do the move phase. We'll come back after the end
Okay.
of...
Are you going to counter with anything?
Yeah, I guess I should say, is that the only one you want to call? So yeah, I'll go to me to counter. Aragorn's got a free point of might. He's not going to counter. Aragorn's not going to counter. Are you going to call anything else?
No.
Okay, so just one heroic move. That chieftain.
So he's got to move first. Got plenty of room there. So he gets, in his bubble, he gets the king there, not the foot soldier, just out. All these guys, including the horseman there.
Okay.
Alright, moving. So, where do I want to send him? I think I'm going to go up a little bit like this. We'll go forward 3. Like this. Okay, and handy little tool I made. It has 8-pointed stars, so it's always 45 degrees. Like that, I think. Yeah, just like that. Probably a dumb move, but we'll see. And then I'm just going to send it the rest of the 5 inches. So that's 8 inches total.
How far do they move?
10 inches.
Are you going in triple?
Yeah, so we're hit this guy right here. We'll roll with green dice, see what happens. No kill. So he stops there.
So he's engaged with this guy in combat.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, now everybody bubbles, so they're activated as well. I'll go ahead and move the king, because I want to. So he's going to go pretty much 10 inches. It's going to be, 10 inches. I think if I was to move 10 inches, I would hit that guy right there if I get through him.
So since it's the first turn, take a moment and explain the mechanics really quick of the chariot movement. So we're not going to show every single move, but explain really quick how it works.
So chariots have a special movement. They move 10 inches, but they can pivot at the start of their move up to 45 degrees. They can then move 10 inches, and after every 3 inches, they can pivot a further up to 45 degrees. So basically, it's kind of like the maximum they can do is a 180-degree turn, because they can pivot, move 3, pivot, move 3, pivot, move 3, pivot 1. So that's kind of the mechanic. And then every time they come into contact with something, they ignore control zones. They ignore.
They don't charge as normal. They count as like a war beast for the purposes of movement.
It's got like a war beast, exactly. So they just kind of move, and whatever they come into contact with, I do 2 strength 4 hits. If they hit a mounted unit, they do 2 strength 4 hits on the horse and the rider.
Yeah. So that's what. So as he's measuring, just keep in mind he's going to be doing a lot of like partial moves, most likely. But that's what's happening.
So 10 inches to me gets me about halfway through your base, which I think if I get through this guy, I'd be able to touch him, but no further than that. If you're okay with that.
No, 10 inches is short. If you look off the base, measuring to him.
Okay, so I can only hit that guy. So we're just gonna hit that guy.
Just the rider.
Okay, so we'll hit the rider, and we're gonna hit him kind of like this.
Oh, I gotta get a dismount in case that's necessary.
So we'll see. Might not.
What are we doing, rider or not?
So we'll do the rider first to see if we can kill him.
He's D8.
D8. Got the 6,
so he's automatically dead.
So we got that rider. But that's the end of his movement, so he can't go anywhere else. Okay, my normal move now?
Yep.
Alrighty, this chieftain. I'm going to pivot a little bit.
Alright, so we'll have to show movement here for the chieftain who's about to trample. So Mitchell's lining up a charge.
Okay, so I'm going to move him 6 inches right off the bat with a pivot first. And basically my goal is to hit my own guy first. Because Aragorn has charged this guy. And he's lining up a nice little heroic combat. So I want to kill my own guy, but stall on this army of the dead guy before I hit Aragorn. So that's the goal right now. So there's 6 inches. It's going to take me another 2 inches to hit my own guy.
So that's a total of 8?
Yes. So there's 8. So we'll go on the rider. I'm defense 4, so 4 plus. And I do kill. Oh, I needed that roll on an Army of the Dead guy, but that's okay. It does the job. So I'll pull up my own guy right there. And now I'll continue on. It's like another ½ inch or so, and I'll hit this Army of the Dead guy. And I kill him.
And he is slain.
Yes. So continuing on, this might be interesting. I don't think I hit Aragorn first with my last inch. I think I hit the Army of the Dead guy first. Oop, I bumped him. But I think the Army of the Dead guy was out in front. Like that. That work for you?
Yep.
Okay. See if I kill him. Of course I do. I'm on a spree. All right, so now I have an interesting thing where I could take Aragorn one-on-one and do wounds on your leader. So I'm going to do that with my last little bit of movement. I'm going to hit your leader. So defense 5. So 5. Yeah, no, that was bad.
And we are into combat.
We are in combat.
So we are on to the start of the fight phase.
Yes, any heroic actions.
For you, I have priority first.
I thought I did. Oh, yes, no, I did. Yep. Well, I don't like the King of the Dead there, so I will call a heroic strike with my king right there.
Okay. The King of the Dead will counter call a heroic strike using the Herald's point of will. So Herald's down to 2 base points of will.
Okay.
So we've got strikes here. Anything else for you?
Yeah, I can't do anything with the chieftain against Aragorn, so I'm just gonna hope for the best.
What is my in the way roll to hit the rider?
1 to 5. So 1 to 4, you have to hit the chariot. On a 5 plus, you
Got it, okay.
You can't hit the rider.
Okay. And so just so we call it out, this spear support is going to go with Aragorn.
Okay.
Into this combat.
Okay.
You're fight 5 on your chariot.
Yes.
Okay. I'm not going to call anything with Aragorn.
Okay.
Unless he has defense.
He does. He has everything except
Strider has
channeling, basically.
Well, I'll call heroic defense with his free point of might.
Okay, 3 point of might, heroic defense. Smart choice. So there's no point in me piercing striking with him then. You have priority, so where would you like to go?
Let's start on the very end here. You're charging chariot on those 2 warriors.
Okay, I will piercing strike with him because he's got that axe.
Yep. My 2 guys roll 2 and a 1.
I get a 6.
I cannot ban and reroll that because you have a high fight value.
Okay, so I will knock him over, and I need 6s to wound him. That's how you get.
And he is dead. So the next fight here is going to be Aragorn. He's got a spear support. That'll be red.
Okay.
And then he's got 3 attacks.
So there's no point in me piercing striking because you got the heroic defense on. So we're just going to go for it.
5 high plus a spinning dice. That is a 5.
Okay, 5 high. I get a 1. I'm going to try to banner for my Condish King right next to him.
Okay.
4.
So I'll take that.
Yeah, I'll save my might. Hopefully I can tank this a little bit. So I will back up.
So dice to see who it's the end of the way. Red will be the warrior, just as
Okay.
normal.
So Aragorn can hit the chieftain. Dang it.
And the ghosty boy hits the chariot. Ghosty boy, your chariot's courage 3, down to courage 2 because of harbinger of evil. So 4 is to win the chariot. Oops. Anything out of the box, I'll reroll.
So it does take a
puts
wound. Okay.
And then Aragorn with Endural needs 4s to wound the rider.
1 wound.
How many wounds do you have?
2 wounds. It's a captain.
You have 2 wounds, 1 fate.
Yes.
And you have 1. How much might do you have?
2.
So if you roll a 1, you could die. Yeah, I'll make things interesting. Aragorn will burn 1 of his base Thor of Might to make that a 4.
Okay.
So I do 2 wounds.
So fate. 3. I'll burn 1 of his points of might, so he'll survive.
Okay. So your chariot's down a wound.
Yes.
Your chieftain has 1 wound, no fate, with 1 might. The king versus the King of the Dead.
Okay.
And the wound markers we're only marking the chariot because your chariot's down a wound.
Yeah.
Your chieftain's down.
Yeah, I got an app that's tracking my chieftain.
Okay, so the strikes, my fight, we're both 5. So
Yep. See who gets higher. You get a 5. You're at 10.
10.
Yeah, I'm an 8. You'll win that
Goes
one.
to me. Okay, so the king has 2 attacks with a point of might. I'm gonna roll him in red. No, I won't. I'll keep the heroes as white. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 warriors. Oops. So it's my roll. And then you have the charging bonus, so you wait about 4 attacks.
Yes.
So I have the higher fight, and I roll a 5 high with the king actually.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to. That's actually very important. So Crown King gets the 6.
I'm gonna banner one of the spears because Aragorn's within 6 inches. Okay. To a 6.
Ah. All right.
Don't even have to spend a point of might. So you back up, and then so all of these will be in the ways. I get 2 through to the leader.
3 onto the chariot.
Ooh. What's his? How many wounds does he have?
2 wounds, 1 fate.
Even as a king?
Yeah.
But he's got a lot of might left, right?
2 points might. Yeah. Can't might the end of the way roll. This is a
Oh,
specific
yeah.
special rule.
Okay, so that's easy. The king with his blade soul, chill soul, whatever that special instant kill roll. So he's rolling. He's going to need 3s to kill your chariot.
Okay.
Outright. So your chariot's dead on the 3 right there.
There it is.
And then the other 2 guys who are wounding. What's your courage value with the king?
Courage value of 5 down to 4.
4, so I'm going to need 5s to wound.
Okay.
1 wound.
I'll go ahead and burn the fate now. Get passes it.
Okay. Okay, so he is no fate left, but he's got 2 wounds.
Yep.
And he's got 2 points of might left.
Oh, 1 point. Sorry, I forgot to call the strike. I just looked at it now. So I have 1 point of might.
What did you burn the other point of might on?
Strike.
He only has 2 base points of might? Oh, okay, I see. Okay, so 1 point of might left, no fate. And then over here, your chieftain charging a bunch of warriors.
Yep. No sense in piercing, so I'm just going to fight normally.
You have...
I do have the fight value, yeah.
Yeah, you have the fight value down.
Let's see what I get. I get a 5.
5, so it's winnable. I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Warriors, can I get a 6? I do.
Okay, I'm going to try to banner first. To a 2. I am going to have to burn this point of might.
So now he's out.
Yeah, he's out.
Okay, so all of these dudes are knocked over.
So
Spears will back up.
I need 6s no matter what. Because I couldn't piercing up high enough for D8. So we'll hit, let's go this guy first, right here.
Okay.
Need 6s? Nope.
So that's 1 strike down.
Yep.
You have 4, no, you have 3 strikes.
3 strikes, yep. We'll go this guy right here.
Okay.
Got him.
He's dead.
And then we'll go for the first one that I hit. Yeah.
Okay.
Got him.
And he's dead. Hand me 2 Proton tokens. So this guy's going to back away 1 inch. I should have done that before, but oh well. Yep. He's prone. This guy, I guess, could back away that way. He's prone. Okay.
I think that's all combat.
That's all combats on the
Okay.
priority. And you win ties.
Yep.
2 and a 1.
All right. So heroics is very important. So definitely calling a heroic move with this chieftain right here.
Only that one? I guess no, it comes back to me.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da.
That one is now out of might.
So do a quick might check. He's out of might. He's out of might. He's got 1 left.
Yeah, and he's got 2.
Okay. I'm going to call a counter heroic move with the King of the Dead, using the Herald's will.
So the herald only has 1 will left.
Herald has 1 will left.
Okay. I would like to get some more charges off there. That would be nice. I don't know if it's
This
worth
is risky because you can lose both moves
Yeah,
if you lose the roll off.
yeah. So I'm gonna leave it there.
1 on 1. Okay. I have priority, so I will roll. I am good. You are evil.
Yep.
4, 5, 6 comes to me. Goes to you. Alright, so at the end of the move phase, here's what we got. We got a bunch of guys trying to come threaten over here. And a few warriors of the dead protecting. And then we've got a giant battle line clash. A lot of stuff getting stalled down. So no chariot charges over here. A few chariot charges over here, but a big cluster. This is starting to get boggy right here. So we are on to the shoot phase.
Yep. Not a lot of shots because honestly the odds of me killing you versus the odds of hitting my own guy and killing my own guy is too high. So I'd like to take shots into like this Rider of the Dead, but I'd have so many in the ways. So I will take my shot on my Charioteer, and I'm going to try to hit this warrior right here.
Okay.
So 5+ to hit because I move. Hits. 6s by 5s. No. Went right through the ghost.
So that is the start of the fight phase.
Yep.
Priority, any heroics for you?
Just because I probably will die, I'll call a strike with my king.
Okay. I will call, with Aragorn's free point of might, I will call a heroic combat here.
Okay.
So, combat goes first.
Okay.
Aragorn's got 3. How many ghosts does he have? And the Herald's in there too. The Herald doesn't have any might, so I'm just going to roll him like warriors. So 1, 2, 3, 4 warriors plus the Herald. That's 6. 1, 2, 3, 6. Goes with Aragorn's 3. I have the higher fight value.
Yep.
Do I get 6? I do get 6 right there.
Okay.
So I'll take it. This will be the in the way rolls.
Aragorn hits the Rider.
Aragorn hits the Rider. That's the one I needed. And then 1 goes. I didn't call which was the Herald or not, so I'll just say the warrior went through.
Okay.
And the Herald and 3 warriors went on the chariot. So I'll roll Aragorn's first.
Yeah.
Okay. That gets him. Ooh, Aragorn, 3 wounds. So no sense fallen Rider. Everybody moves.
So it's successful hero combat.
And Aragorn's actually going to charge into your king.
Okay.
You did call a heroic strike, didn't you? How many attacks do you have?
3.
3. So you really could win that, technically. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is this. I want to see if I can get a base. It'd be nice to get a base. So this warrior's going to charge this dude. Move these. And then this is going to be a pre-move. I got a dead guy right here. Is there a gap to fit? I don't think so. No, it doesn't look like I can get through.
Okay.
So where's everyone going to go? You've done a good job stalling. What's your fight value on this guy? 4. That's pretty good. My Herald's going to charge up there. Aragorn's going to charge into the horseman.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Where to next?
Okay, I have priority. Let's just start on the end and go down.
Okay.
So this is my charging cavalry model on your 1 warrior. And you have a higher fight value.
Okay. I'll piercing strike.
I got 2.
Get 4.
Is Aragorn within 6 inches? He is just out of range.
Okay. Defense on the horse.
6.
6. So 5's to win the horse, 6's to win the rider. I'll go for the rider.
Okay.
See if I can knock it out. No.
Not today. Alright, and then this is going to be a combat. This is 2 ghosts versus your 1 guy in my backline.
Okay.
You have the fight value.
No piercing because he doesn't have an axe.
6 for me.
No, 2.
I'll take that.
I might be in banner range, actually. Neither set this down. Might be in banner range. Which warrior?
This guy.
Yes, I am. So I'll try to banner. No.
No bad. I rolled a 3 to wound, so no wounding caused. Let's go to the guy who got charged by the chariot and by the guy on the ground.
Okay, so I'll shield. I'll piercing with both.
Okay. You are fight then.
Got a 5.
I will ban a reroll.
Okay.
Aragorn's within 6 inches. To 1.
Okay. So this becomes 6 dice.
He's knocked over.
6s. Got the 6.
Okay. That's 7 kills already. Alright, and Aragorn with his 2 warrior buddies charging your horse who charged me.
Yep, you have the higher fight. I will piercing just for the hell of it.
Probably a good call because I just rolled Aragorn's flop of the game. I don't know if that is going to be 4. 4 high.
I did get a 5. I will ban her because you're probably considering mighting, so just ban her now. So 5 high.
So I will banner this
The ghost.
Yeah. To a 1. So what did you roll?
I rolled a 5.
5 high. And did you piercing strike?
I did. But that gets me to strength 4.
You need 5s to wound and you roll 4 dice. Dang it, Aragorn. Yeah, you win the fight.
Okay. I will put him on Aragorn.
Okay, so back up.
So 5.
2.
2 wounds.
Mark prone. Okay, so we got to start burning fate. 2 fate. Oh, of course I roll a 3. I'll burn his last fate.
Okay.
To 6.
So
he's out of fate.
out of fate, but still full wounds on Aragorn and prone.
All right, so then the next fight is the King of the Dead with his buddy, and you have a higher fight because you are 5 + 1.
Oh, that's right. You can strike. Okay. So I will. There's no sense in piercing because you're D8, so I'll just fight it.
Okay.
And I got 3 attacks. I get a 6.
I will back away.
So 6 is to wound you. 1 wound. With man, this likes to spin. This likes to spin. Let's see what it is. I don't think so. Yep.
So the king takes a wound. I'm
Yes.
not going to fate it right now.
Okay, because he's 2 wounds, 3 fate, right?
2 wounds, 3 fate. So
Okay.
now he's 1 wound, 3 fate.
1 wound, 3 fate. Okay.
All right, so then coming over here, this 1v1,
I will-
warrior v warrior.
I will piercing on that one.
Okay. 4.
1, I'll banner. To a 6.
Can't win.
Okay. 6 is to wound you. No.
All right, and this dude did not charge, and I've got 3 warriors.
Yeah, 2 attacks. Yeah, I'm just gonna fight it normally.
Okay. 5 high.
To a 4, I'll have to banner myself from the scorpion to a 5.
So you win.
And just on the 2 warriors that I can hit. 1 dead. Slowly but surely.
Yeah, you're killing at a good rate. This is 1v1.
Okay, I'll piercing.
5.
Got a 5.
I lose on fight value.
And no kill.
4. And then 2 on your dude, king. Your king. 6.
Got a 6 too. 1 on each, I guess. If I can. No wounds.
I'm actually going to back them both up in a difficult terrain.
Makes sense.
And I think that is the end of combats.
Alrighty, so.
Oh, no, we missed these ones up here.
Oh, yep.
Harold and his buddy. I'm fight 4, so we actually will tie.
I'm gonna piercing on that one as well.
Okay. 6.
Okay. Got the 6. Clutch.
I will roll it off. 4, 5, 6 goes to me.
Goes to you.
me. And Harold.
3's to wound it to me with a Herald.
Yeah.
She got me.
Got him on a 5. All right, now it's the end of this turn.
Okay.
So quick dead count. I've lost 2, 4, 6. I've lost 8 models, and you lost 2.
I have lost a horseman, a warrior, a chariot, and a chieftain. So 3 models. That's a dead chariot over there.
Okay.
With a nearly dead king.
So yep, we're on the priority. You win ties.
All right, let's see if I can hit it. The green dice have been rolling good for me, so I'll stick with them. 1. 2. All right.
That's a little deja vu. That was last turn's roll.
I know. That's a little bit. So I got nothing over here that I can do. So I might as well try to push through over here see what I can get. Which those are some valuable strikes that I need on my leader, but I think killing some dead warriors is more important. Although impact hits aren't going to do me much, so maybe it'd be waste. I'm going to save my might. Sorry. Yep,
Okay.
save it. So
All
you
right.
get it.
We'll come back after the move phase.
So shoot phase.
I'll do some close-ups as you shoot.
Thank you. So a couple of shots here. I'm going to do this shot first because there's less risk.
Who are you shooting?
This charioteer is going to shoot airborne.
Okay.
In the way of the combat of my own guy.
Okay.
So 5+ to hit because I move. Misses with a 4. Now we're going to do these 2 shots.
The 2 horsemen who did not move.
Yeah, so I can see airborne, but I'd have it in the way of this combat and this one, so I'm going to shoot this one first. So see if I can hit airborne. Did not move. So 4+ hits in the way, so you or me. Hits you, and 6 to wound. Oops. Wounds airborne.
Airborne's on 2 wounds.
Okay, and then I'll do this shot right here with it in the way of the combat here. And let's see if I have...
shooting?
Yeah, I might not. I mean, yeah, I see Aragorn. It's just this back banner that's in the way. But I've had it in the way of my own king, and then it beat into Aragorn there. So, in the way of this guy, but let's see if I hit 4+. Misses. And then 2 shots here into Aragorn with in the way of this combat here.
Okay. There's actually no visibility on this guy, so you get 1 shot.
Okay. It misses either way.
Both of them miss?
Yeah, both of them miss. I think that's all I can do. Bummer. Oh well.
That's a bit
All these guys moved half. I forgot about that because they were just trying to stay out of charge range.
These 4 horses.
Yeah, so let's take 3 shots into Aragorn right there. Is there any in the way of my chariot?
I don't think so.
They only hit on 5+.
Yeah, all of these.
Okay, I'll do all 4. Why not? All 4 hit on 5+. No hits. Alrighty.
And that is the end of the shoot phase.
Okay, so Aragorn's 2 wounds, no fate.
Start of the combat. Any heroics for you?
Um,
The guys are running out.
yeah, no heroics for me.
Alright, I'm going to call a couple. Aragorn's going to spend his free point of might.
Okay.
Call heroic combat here.
Okay.
The king is going to call a heroic combat using the last point of will from the herald who's within 3 inches. So I have 2 combats.
Okay.
And I will do Aragorn's first.
Alrighty.
So he'll be white. Herald has got 2 red, +1 spear.
I would love it if you flop it again.
Oh, I hope he does not. +1 more, so that's 2 ghosts. Yeah, that's not dice. Okay, so I have a fight value and I get a big 6.
Okay. Backing off.
I'm going to roll this for wounding.
Got him.
He's very dead. Combat goes off.
Just trying to eliminate that with my bow shots, but I wounded Aragorn instead. I won't complain.
So Aragorn's actually in range of coming back to get this guy. I do like that. This is a warrior.
Yes.
My ghosty ghost. What do I do? What do I do? Is the herald within 6? The herald's within 6 inches of charging if I moved everybody out of the way first. Interesting. Okay, well, first thing is first. This guy is going to move up. This guy's going to move up and charge this warrior. Aragorn's going to come get the king, and the herald, we measured, is going to come get charged there. This warrior is going to... Spear Support there. All right, that's my hero combat there. So then it goes to the next hero combat, the King of the Dead.
Okay.
He is going to be... He's got a point of might left, so I'll roll Aragorn and the King first.
Okay.
I got Spear Support after that. Okay. So Aragorn white, King of the Dead red. I have the fight value advantage because of Aragorn. I got a 6.
Okay.
Take that. King, I think, has got
1 wound.
1 wound left. What's his courage?
Courage 5 down to 4.
Oh my goodness, I don't think I killed him. Oh, I got a
Spear Support.
Spear Support. So 3 and a 1. Spear Support rolls.
Oh no.
A 3. So what? He's got no fate left?
No fate. Correct.
Just 1 wound I gotta get through.
Yeah. He has. Yeah. He's got.
Oh man, I don't want to spend it with the King because he's only got 1 point of might. So I'll use Aragorn.
Saying that my Viper King has 2 wounds, no fate. So it's 2 wounds, no fate. I passed my fate. I thought I failed it. It was my chieftain that failed it. So, but if you wound him with your King of the Dead, it's dead anyways. So it doesn't matter.
So I guess I do have to spend a King of the Dead's point of might. So Aragorn still got 2 base points, and the King will burn his point of might to kill him.
Okay. All right.
And then that combat goes off, and the King's gonna peel back and come get this chariot as well. Aragorn can't double combat, so now we are done with hero combats and it's just normal fight phase.
Yep.
Let's start on the end. I got a charging horse against your 1 warrior.
I will piercing.
Okay. I roll a 3. This horse is struggling.
Got a 6. I need that to wound. I'll go for the rider. Come on. Big money. I should have got the horse.
This is going to be a 2 versus 1. I'll shield. 5.
Piercing, obviously. Sorry.
Yeah.
3. I'll win it.
That's all those combats. We've got a 1v1 here.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yep. Piercing. Oh, that's a bow. Sorry, I can't pierce it. You'll win it.
And let's get a kill for it. Oh, no, 3s. This is
3 on 1, or however you want to split it.
Take a chariot and warrior against this guy.
Okay.
This will be a 1v1. This will be a 1v1.
Okay.
So I will shield.
The chariot and the warrior.
Yep.
I'll piercing with both.
4.
Got a 5.
I don't think I'm in banner range. Actually, he is.
Okay.
Banner. 1.
Okay. Trap.
Didn't think he was.
Oh. Okay.
No, I think he's good.
Okay. 6s. Got it.
And this will be a 1v1.
Okay. Piercing.
4.
4.
All banner.
Okay.
2 or 3.
6s.
And this will be a 1v1.
Okay. I did charge. It says so. I got
Yes.
2. I will piercing. 2 or 3.
Ooh, all banner. Maybe win this. 2 or 6. Yes. On the rider. Got him. Ghosts are falling behind in the kill tally department.
You got your heroes, and I'm running out of chariots.
Okay, so then let's go up to this one. This is 2v1. I got support.
Okay. I'll piercing.
Yep. 3.
1.
And get him on 4s. It's amazing how many 3s I roll with. That's why the Herald... That's honestly the reason I like the Herald more than Legolas, because the kill power... I roll so many 3s to wound. And the Herald, with the higher strength, kills warriors on 3s.
Yeah.
So you have a 2-attack captain, basically, that's killing stuff on 3s. It's really good.
That is good.
This guy, I'm in range of a banner. I'm just gonna fight regular.
I'm gonna piercing.
4.
Got a 6. No knockdown, but just 6s to wound. I did get him.
My goodness.
Hot dice. Hot dice. I like these green dice.
All right, then wrapping around, this is gonna be a 1v1.
Okay, I'll piercing.
I'll shield. No, I'm gonna be regular.
Got a 4.
2 to banner. 2 6.
I think I'm in banner range of my king now.
Yes.
Yes. So see if I get the 6. Nope, you win it.
Warrior on force.
Man, you were right. You rolled a lot of 3s.
All right, and then 1v1 on this guy.
Okay, chieftain. Strength 4, so no piercing. Go 6. You do that again. Got it. Look at that, hot dice, hot dice.
Ghosts are falling. I'm gonna break soon. 1v1 this warrior versus that warrior.
I will piercing. 1. Go to 3. I need a 6. No.
Your leader on my 2 warriors. Nope,
Okay.
1 warrior.
No, I did not charge him. I just charged here. So we had 3.
Okay.
So 2 warriors. I did get 6. There we go. Okay, switch out the dice a little bit. Keep it going. Keep it hot. I'll do...
You can make way. You
Okay.
go back in.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna inch it back in there.
Alright, so we'll do the one that is closest to my other guy
Okay.
first. Got him. And the other 2 on the other guy. Nothing.
Okay, and then in there, I'll shield.
Okay, yellow is the not piercing. I'll let you roll the dice.
1.
Over there, we got a little dice. It's a 3 on 1 right there.
Oh, you get to 5.
You get a 5. You get the 6. Okay, and I'm gonna try to strike him. No trap. I got a 6 with my. Oh no, he needs a 4. That's my dagger guy. So I need a 4 now. 4 plus. Got it.
You have a better than 50% kill conversion.
I know. It's amazing how hot I'm rolling right now.
I think that's the last combat is going to be here then.
Okay. So you have the higher fight.
Yep.
And it's a little close-up shot action.
No might for the king, so he's just going to roll with the herald.
Okay. You got the 6. So what did they hit? I'm hoping they hit the chariot. They both hit the chariot. Okay.
And I kill the chariot.
Yeah, because the King of the Dead only needs 1 wound. Okay. So Throne Rider test. Like this. He's good. I need a bowman, because that is a bowman chariot, which does make a difference in this game. Here's a bowman for my dismount. So I lost another chariot. So I'm down to 3 chariots. And that's the last combat.
Alright, and so that will be priority phase.
Yes.
I don't see anything else we missed.
Okay.
And I'm still winning from last time, so you win ties.
Okay.
This is the 3rd in a row.
Update on my kill count. I have 3 horsemen dead, 1 charioteer, 1 chieftain, and my king is now dead because you killed him. So
I've lost 8 warriors. I've lost 13 models.
2, 4, 6. I've lost 6.
13 to 6. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So priority. 1.
I get a 2.
And look at that.
4.
Marcus will keep priority going, and it would be nice to get some impact hits off right now. I'll call one with the king.
So he's down to 1 might?
Yes.
So heroic moves, you have to be within line of sight. The only person that I could counter with is Aragorn.
Well, that was the new FAQ. Good call out.
So I can't heroic move because he has to call with me at the start. So these guys wouldn't be able to benefit, but these guys would.
Okay.
So I will burn a point of might with, I guess Aragorn's free point of might to call a heroic move.
All right, heroic move. So you have priority. So let's roll it. See what happens. Little action shot right here.
4 goes to me, goes to evil.
Goes to evil. All right, we'll be back. All right. So in that one, I get. I think it's easier to just use this. This guy, but I don't think I get that guy. Well, maybe it's hard to see. Do you think I get that guy right there?
Yeah.
Okay. And then obviously these guys right here. All right, so king has to go first. He will just plow straight ahead for now. So let's see how far what's 3 inches? 3 inches is to right here. That's a little further than I thought, but let's see if he does it. So to right
Did you hit
here,
your guy?
I'm going to just miss him. Do you think I hit him? I was right here. I'm gonna scooch. I'll pivot a little bit just to avoid it then. Right there.
Well, then you're going to hit into difficult terrain.
I think I'm going to just miss it. Or maybe not. Okay, I'll hit my own guy. I'll hit my guy. So that makes it easier. So I'm actually going to pivot first then. So we'll pivot like this. And then I'll hit my guy.
Force to kill him?
Yes. So I kill him. Earn that 6. All right, and now 3 inches. We'll measure it. Let's mark it. 3 inches is to right to that edge of the dice right there. Okay. So hitting that Warrior of the Dead next. No. Stall there. But Chieftain is going to contact that guy first. Let's see if I can get him. I will.
You'll probably pivot a little bit.
Just a little bit, yeah.
And then run.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to just go straight ahead with that.
Pivot enough to make sure you don't run forward into the rock.
Yeah, no. Yeah. I'll miss it. All right, Chieftain. This is a big one.
6 is the good one.
No, 2s. But we got 2 charges now. So 3 shots out here. Why not?
He moved half.
Oh, that's true. Moved half. Do I want... I will shoot at the spearman there. I think everybody has clear line of sight. So yellow is the 5+ to hit.
Yeah.
2 hit. 6 is by 5s. 1 possibility. Need a 5+. Look at that. A bow killed something in this game.
Yeah, that's
I've been rolling hot.
not bad.
Rolling hot. That is all my
I
shooting.
think that's everything. So now to start the combat phase.
Any heroics? None for me.
Does Aragorn have line of sight of this chariot looking this way around the rock? I don't think he can see any part of the chariot.
No. Negative.
Okay. But he does have 2 points of might, and I am tired of getting beat back. So yeah, I'll call it heroic combat with Aragorn.
So he is down to 1 point of might?
1 point of base might, yes.
Okay.
So 1v1.
Yep.
You can't flop it.
No piercing because it's not going to help me. But I'll try
Actually,
it.
it should, because I always win on force.
But you're a D5. I'm only shooting.
Oh, sure, you're strength 3.
Yeah.
All right, so I value 5.
There's a chance. 4.
Oh, yeah.
Don't think. Oh, I am.
You are
Because
within
that was
range?
part of the heroic move. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Let's try it. Do you have to see the banner to be able to?
Yes, you do actually have to see the banner.
So I see like the back of the chariot. Does that count? I don't know.
Do you see
I
the
see- I
chariot
see-
construction?
I see here and then this little handle here.
Yeah, it counts.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
See if I get the 6. No,
Okay.
you win it.
Wounding on 4s. Got it. Okay, so that goes off. Aragorn is going to run up and just grab
Record all this.
this. So that's the end of combats. I still have priority, so let's just go ahead and start. We'll start here. Nothing I can do can prevent that trap, but I did charge.
Okay, I'll piercing with both.
Go line of fight.
Nothing.
Ooh, can I win? Yes.
Yep, you win it. And I'm knocked down.
Cavalry does something. Okay, 1 strike on each. The guy in front of me. And the guy behind me. Got them both. Horsey activated. Alright, this is then 1v1 here.
Piercing.
Okay. You win.
Barely. And then 6s. Oh, not gonna tree.
We lost it.
5 will not do it.
We got a little bit of a gang up here. It's gonna be 2v1.
Okay. I'll
Throw
fight it normal. Yeah.
You win.
So this is a bowman though, so he doesn't spear. But so 6s by 5s, and I'll strike the spear sport. Nothing.
6s by 4s.
Oh yeah, sorry, 4s.
Alright, so then this 1v1 here.
Okay.
I'll start getting some kills.
Piercing. Yeah. 1.
I just assume you're piercing anytime
yeah,
it's a war.
thank you.
Anytime it makes sense.
Thank you.
Ooh, I got him.
Uh-oh, kill top.
Now the ghosts are starting to make some inroads. We're
Here we
getting
go.
close to that break point. This is 1v2. I will shield.
Okay. Piercing with the
Don't think I'm within range of Aragorn.
piercing with the green. Got a 5.
I do think that is
Yes.
6 inches from Aragorn.
Yes.
So I will banner 1 looking for a 6.
Okay, and wounding, greens need 6s, yellows need 6s by 4s. Got it.
Oh, man. Alright. Then there's going to be a discharging guy right here. I'll shield.
Piercing. Uh-oh.
Ooh.
That's
3
chance.
highs. 5.
You win it.
Take his charge token away.
Yep.
Alright, and then I think that's all. Let's go here.
Okay,
Mumbo jumbo.
let's try it.
4.
4 high. 1 with a banner.
Oh, screw you.
Ha!
6.
6.
I don't have any banners.
Okay, I'm gonna try to hit the king, because why not?
He's only got 1 wound left.
And 3 feet. So 6s by 4s, because he only is a bowman.
Yep.
Nothing.
Okay. Alright. Let's go up here.
Okay.
1v1. 2. Got it.
Making headway.
That was a big kill.
Making a push.
No charge here. 1v1.
Okay.
And I've got a banner. 4.
A 5.
All banner. Go 2. And back away.
6s. Got him.
Oh, are you kidding me? He has piercing strike?
Yes. The all horsemen have both hand and half axes and bows.
Oh. Aragorn.
Okay.
Big. Okay, 5's better.
5. 4. You win it.
Rider. Got him. Target acquired. The charging guy right next to Aragorn, I will shield.
Okay. I'll pierce.
4.
6. 6s to wound. See if I get him. Got him.
Yeesh. I think that actually might have gotten close to breaking me. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17 dead. Yeah, that broke me.
Oh, okay.
Because 32 and half is 16, 17 dead.
Yep.
I'm broken. 1v1.
All right. Chieftain with a charge. So 3 attacks.
I'll shield.
Okay.
In case you flop a roll.
Got a 6. 6 attacks. 6s. So got him with a 6 right there.
Your other dude?
My king.
Yep.
4 attacks for the king. If he gets a 6, he gets a 5.
I have 2 attacks.
Okay. 5. No banner. So 8 dice. Need 6s. Got it.
Okay. 1v1.
Okay, piercing. Win it, so wounding, 6s. 2, no.
And then in the forest, 1v1.
Piercing. 3 to my 2. Banner. I think I'm in banner range.
Yeah, you're in banner range.
Okay, banner. So 2, you win it. We'll back out that way.
Alright, and that is the end of combats.
Alrighty.
How close are you to breaking? I'm broken, so I will break at the start of... I'm broken at the start of this turn.
Okay.
This upcoming turn.
Okay. You're high courage though. So there's 10, 11, 12, 13 dead.
13 out of... And you, how many
39.
39, so you need 20, so you need 7 more to break.
Yes.
Okay. Priority.
Okay. Priority.
I've had it 3 in a row.
I think it's 4 in a row.
3 in a row. Did you get... You rolled 3 ones in a row.
That's true. See if I get it. Hey! Oops. Any heroics?
Trying to think. Aragorn, now that you killed the guys on his left and the guys on his right, doesn't have a lot of friends around him. Yeah, Aragorn will burn his free point of might for heroic move.
Okay, and what does that get?
2 warriors, I think.
2 warriors? Okay, I'll let you have that.
Do you have any might left on the board?
1 point of might with my king.
Okay. I'm forgetting about courage. So this guy
runs. That was a big one.
This guy.
Passes.
This guy.
Passes.
And that's shoot phase.
Okay. See what shots I got. Honestly, nothing that I would risk killing my own guys because I'm close to breaking and I don't really want to break. So no shooting for me.
Okay. So start the combat phase.
Alrighty.
Nothing for me. I gotta save everyone's platform, right?
Nothing for me as well.
Okay. So you have priority. Where to first?
Let's start all the way around, I guess. So warrior versus the rider.
1v1.
Yep, 1v1.
Solid roll.
Treat, go win it.
Take that. And then go for kill. Come on.
Charioteer versus 1. All piercing on this one.
You're a warrior. Okay.
5. I'll win it unless you want banner.
Oh yeah. 2 4.
Okay. 6s. Nope. 1 versus 2 out there.
Okay. Go hard fight.
Go 1.
Win that and then force to kill.
No.
6 more.
Aragorn's next.
Okay. High flyer fight. You have 1 charging dude. Aragorn rolls a 5.
5 is solid. So there's charging is 2 plus 3 guys. 3 He did a 6.
Okay, so he will have to burn his last point of might in his store.
Okay.
He'll win the fight. He's now out of might. My whole army is now out of might. And I will strike 3 strikes, 2 at the horses, and then 1 at this dude.
Okay.
Prioritizing this horse than that horse.
Okay. No wounds.
No wounds.
A 1-on-1 right there. Hey, at least you didn't roll that for the fight, because otherwise Aragorn would be dead.
5.
3. I think I'm outside of banner, so you got it.
5 more. King.
Yeah. So my chieftain, your king.
Okay. We both have fight 5.
Yep. Got a 6.
Okay, guys.
Okay.
Prone.
Yeah. So I'm gonna set the camera down for a second. So 6 is the wound. 2. Wow, that was pretty big. Chieftain just knocked out the King of the Dead. That was that's a pretty big moment because that Harbinger has been killing me. So that's pretty huge.
Really.
I've been rolling ridiculously good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both for my to wounding and courage tests. Yeah.
All it would have done is would have helped me thin the ranks, but.
So now let's do King versus a Warrior.
Okay, I'll shield.
You get the 6. 8 dice, needing a 6. I did get him. Only 1 though. And rolling the double wounds too with the chieftain. That was huge. So now the piercing there. You got a 6. I got a 5. I'll try to banner. Nope, you'll win it. 3s from the.
I didn't specify. On a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. So
Not dead.
It's not dead.
And that was the Herald strength 4,
The
the
3s
Warrior
to wound.
strength 3,
Yeah.
and I did not roll correctly.
So yeah, and typically how we just solve that to be easy on the community is just 1, 2, 3, it doesn't go your way. 4, 5, 6, it does go your way.
In the forest?
Yep, piercing with both. Got a 6. Wounding. I did get him. Man, I'm rolling ridiculous on these Warriors of the Dead. The D8 has not been a factor in this game.
1v1. 2.
4. I need a 6. Nope, 1.
And that's the end of combat.
All right, so I'm still 5 away from breaking. How close are you to quarter? You need 8 on the board.
I think I'm there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more.
One way.
One more warrior. One more model dead.
And the game's
And
over.
the game is over.
Priority.
Yes, priority. I got a 6. I'm rolling hot. Again.
2 goes to you.
Any heroics from Aragorn?
No.
Okay. Do the move phase. Over here, let's see if I can just impact hit away. I'm just gonna go for the kills. So we're gonna pivot 45. And we'll go straight ahead. 3 inches to get to him. Hit him. Got him. So this will be the last turn.
That's game.
At the end of the turn.
No, so you'll tag.
Okay?
You'll do that.
Yep.
I can't move a model. So that's game.
Okay. Yeah, because it would be contesting there if I kill them.
These guys will
if not.
swarm. So you'll have double. If for scoring, we'll have to come back with scoring.
So 1 point on your own objective, which I get. 1 to 2 for each of the side ones. So let's say I don't kill your Rider of the Dead there. So I get 1 there and then 2 over there. Because I'll tag him. Because I don't think he's within 3, right? Okay. So there's 4. And then I get 4 for the back one. And then I caused a wound on Aragorn. And then I broke you, so that's one more. So that's missing 2 points, so 10. Am I right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10, 0. Yeah.
Well, there we go. 800-point battle.
So that is your first witness of a curb stomping, otherwise known as obliteration, otherwise known as
It goes to the best strategy in the entire game.
Roll
Just
sixes.
roll sixes.
Just roll sixes.
Just roll sixes, and you'll win.
We were talking. We're going to do a little after action report here. Like thinking about that game.
Yeah.
I've seen games where the chariots run over a lot of stuff, and I've seen games where the chariots run over Minas Tirith's shield wall.
Yeah.
Which is also like that. You roll sixes.
Sixes,
So I've seen that happen, and in that game we'll have to play it back. But I don't think your chariots. They killed a handful. You had a couple good charges at the very beginning. That converted to kills.
Yeah.
And after that, it was a complete and systematic,
Yeah, you always had priority.
I had priority the entire game.
Yeah, you had priority except for the last couple turns.
Every single priority that mattered, I won.
Yeah, and you were mentioning that you didn't really get trapped. I had a couple of traps, but even those I didn't convert.
I don't think you ever. I don't think I lost a guy to being trapped. Because that's the other thing. The dead can die, and their defense will be worthless if they're always getting trapped. But I stayed away from traps.
I didn't have a lot of knockdowns other than my king. No, my king never charged. So my king
I
was
had
just
priority
straight up.
every time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that was just straight up my axemen rolling sixes.
And the piercing, I mean, that's a bonus. Piercing strike, you're taking away that 50% guessing game by just needing a straight up 6. So that was big. The other thing, so this is...
You rolled a lot of 3s to wound.
Yeah, well, that's honestly, I was saying this during the game. That's why the Herald, I think, is one of the best models because if you can keep him active the entire game, especially with an Aragorn or the King of the Dead combating, so he keeps slingshotting, he's going to be killing warriors on 3s.
Yeah, because Legolas, Legolas might have been clutch for picking off a few wounds, but what if you roll 3s?
In this game, Legolas would have killed, potentially, 2, if I would have rolled well, I would have killed 2 charioteers.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
I deployed aggressively, so he would have... I would have been out of... It's a toss-up because Legolas's might for shooting or heroics. I used the Herald's.
Yeah.
I used the Herald's resources.
And honestly, that was huge because the King of the Dead kept calling strikes and combats, and you save that point of might. That's the biggest weakness for the King of the Dead. Without a Herald, that 1 point of might doesn't really do much for the king.
I would have been dead in the water.
He would have had to tag team with Aragorn everywhere he went, and you were able to split them up. That was making me really nervous. If you would have broken me, you had the King of the Dead in the middle of the board, harbinger of evil over everything.
Positioning, I thought I kept him pretty good the entire game.
It was lethal.
He got stalled at the end by not killing that charioteer. I was hoping to bounce back to your leader to try to go for some leader points.
Yeah.
He obviously didn't even make it back in the Herald, and the king got stuck in the very middle. But I guess one of the challenges of Khand is your chariots are tanky.
Yeah.
Because even if you get them killed one turn, like I think it happened once or twice.
Instantly, yeah.
They got instantly killed, but it was the chariot that got killed, and I could hit the rider.
Yeah. So not a very...
And watch our podcast as we go in depth of how stupid... No, I'm joking. We go in depth about like...
The chariot bulwark rule.
Yeah, how tanky they can be because that in the way is just like fighting over a wall, basically.
Yeah, and what it does as an opponent is you cannot confidently call a hero combat through it because it's very easy for you to roll 1 to 4 for everybody. Yeah. And then you don't kill the rider. And that's what we're talking about. The bulwark rule is you don't take the thrown rider test. This is kind of important. I'll take this note because people are like, well, just strike the chariot first, kill the chariot, and then kill the rider. The bulwark rule is you on a 1 to 4 you have to strike the chariot, and then the thrown rider test specifically.
You make your in the ways. The bulwark makes you roll an in the way. And you have to roll your in the ways at the start of making strikes, not as each guy activates. So there's no killing the chariot then trying to kill the rider.
It's all at once. And you don't take your thrown rider test till the end anyway, so you don't remove the chariot. So all these things are committed. Yeah. But what that does is you plop a chariot in front of even a chariot warrior and a King of the Dead stalled for a couple turns. Even Aragorn, he did that really awesome
I had a
combat.
3 wound.
Yeah.
I got onto a chariot. I had a 3 wound. I killed your chieftain.
My king.
Yeah,
It was
killed
my
the king.
You
I
killed
killed
the king chariot, and my king was on foot after that, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the King of the Dead. He did his drain soul or whatever
Yeah.
and killed my chariot. But yeah,
Aragorn did something else where he did 3 wounds. I can't remember what it was.
maybe it was a chieftain. Yeah, I can't remember. We'll watch it back. But it was
So-
just roll 6s, just so you guys know.
It does not lose. But okay, so the questions you always ask: what went well for you?
Rolling 6s.
Your infantry guys with your pierce.
Yeah,
be more
but
real. Your
the-
piercing strike.
yeah.
Your utilization of your numbers.
Yeah, so the one of the biggest benefits I think to Khand, why it's viable, is because you have a lot of versatility. So I'm facing a high defense army. I am piercing with my axes. Sometimes I never went two-handed. I never risked it, but I had that option as well. If I was like falling behind on the kill count,
You
I
never
should've-
had like a ton of combats where you had a significant numbers advantage.
Yeah.
It was always like 1v1s or 2v2s or 2v1s. It was always
That's true. But I
there's
had
all these micro skirmish combats.
there's that option though at least.
Yeah.
And then if I face like a lower defense army, I have the chariots to mow them down maybe, or maybe shoot with all my bows. You know, all these things.
Yeah.
I was able to put a lucky wound on Aragorn. I was trying to kill my own guy, but
for
I
shooting?
shot.
Yeah.
And then I killed a warrior with 6x5 with a bow. That happened too.
Yeah, on that that's happened to me quite a few times actually. Somebody shooting into Aragorn's combat. Just highlighting, the Elven Cloak would not have saved me in that situation because the Elven Cloak only activates on terrain, not combat. So this is my theory. I think I've talked about this.
Yeah.
This is why I don't take the Elven Cloak with Aragorn.
When are
'cause
you in being trained?
He's rarely fighting around a piece of terrain that I can use as cover.
Yeah, I mean, it would have helped you from that rock, but that rock was blocking line of sight anyways, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, at that point, there's no benefit at all. So, yeah, wound on Aragorn for VPs. What really... No, keep going. So, what else went well?
So I got the wound on Aragorn, so I was able to... Aragorn flopped a roll, so I was able to burn all of his fate by that one horseman that had a charge
Yeah,
off.
I remember that.
So Aragorn flopped
You
a
got
roll,
knocked prone.
and then that shot on Aragorn, so that was able to give me VP right there. That was pretty big, stalling out Aragorn a little bit. The other things that I think that went well is my king, my leader, was really never in trouble. You started flopping your King of the Dead around, and that was kind of coming close. That's why I was saving that point of might for the strike. But I was trying to keep him away from Aragorn and the King of the Dead, and I think I did that pretty well, but still in the action of churning through warriors. So I feel like I positioned him better. Usually I've kind of thrown my leader king into the fray and gotten him killed, but I threw my other king that wasn't my leader in front, and he got decimated, right? But usually that's my leader that I've been doing that to. So
He was super passive.
So
and a point of might in the back pocket for a heroic move at the end of the game is never a bad thing.
Yeah, anything. Courage test to strike, whatever it takes, that kind of thing.
One thing that I think was a subtle undertone was your flanking of the horses around. Mm-hmm. It was a big investment because those were 4 or 5 horses that really did not see combat the entire game.
Yeah.
Now your number, it turned out you didn't need the numbers. I was interested that you were so passive with that whole squad. Mm-hmm. And I did have to pull some guys back, but I feel like that with that army, the general matchup, the idea is I have to break you. Mm-hmm. And I got slowed down in your chariots. Mm-hmm. I couldn't get to the warriors fast enough. But I don't know, interested to see you play that, like if you would have brought a few horses up to aggressively pressure backline for traps. Because you don't need, if you're threatening my back objective, right? I think it's, do you have the rules on you?
Yeah.
It's, I think if anybody is contesting or around the objective, that puts it into the lower echelon.
So, 2 victory points if there are more friendly models than enemy models within 3 inches. If there is at least 1 friendly model and no enemy models, then it's 4. So, you just had to put 1 enemy model back there.
And so you had 5 horses that were really passive the whole game. So knowing that one guy would have contested my back objective, you probably should have launched those horses. It was a 10-0 victory, so you did well. But I think in retrospect, those guys were very underutilized.
The way I was figuring it is I needed to get on that back objective. I didn't know how fast you were going to kill me and break me. And once I start breaking, you probably quarter me. So I needed at least someone on those back objective, and preferably more, so they can pass a couple of lucky courage tests in the end, because that's worth 4 DPs. The other thing too is why they're so passive is you did send a couple of guys back there, and they kept failing courage tests to charge them. So if I had bring them up to your back flank, would they have even charged failing courage tests to charge next to the King of the Dead?
Yeah,
then you would have had, at least 5 of them are sitting on something that's worth something versus the back. Yeah, it might have been worth it, but
your chariot was so the one turn where your chariot dove into the middle.
Yeah.
Did you know, like, because obviously I had 3 heroes there, and I was set up for a lot of hero combats.
Yeah.
Why did you do that?
I wasn't thinking about you peeling off out of a hero combat to come get it. I was thinking about it's now in range of my king, who can call a heroic move, and then I can go tag one of your heroes. So that's what I was doing. I was keeping it within 6 inches. Yeah, that was a miss by me. I was keeping it within 6 inches of my king in case I wanted to call a heroic move and hit Aragorn, because at that point Aragorn was 2 wounds, no fate.
Yeah,
and I was trying to get an impact hit lined up for Aragorn with my warrior chariot sneaky. But you had set up a nice hero combat and came and eliminated that right away.
Yeah. So I think what went well for my army, they're tanky, right? They're D8. The staying power's great. Aragorn's banner, I think I was utilizing it well at the beginning of the game, but then as I started to lose too many guys, my ability to position Aragorn to maximize that banner kind of tanked, really.
And the other thing I noticed is the spear support that usually follows Aragorn around, once you didn't have that, because I was killing the guys that were around him.
That's a huge thing.
He didn't have a banner for himself anymore, so it was just 3 attacks base. That was pretty big.
Which is unfortunate. What went well for me? So I still think the Herald. The Herald.
I agree with you on that one.
I did a lot of stuff. The few things that I did well in this game, I think were a direct result of the Herald.
Yeah.
So I misplayed him. He got stuck. He got bogged down. But let's think. I think the best combo I had was somewhere in the middle of the game. Aragorn and a king both called combats. Aragorn killed his chariot buddy. Went into your king with the higher fight value, couldn't strike.
That was huge.
Which then turned on the King of the Dead's heroic combat, who came back to your chariot.
Yeah, that was one turn. I lost 2 chariots and a king.
So that was a good combo. But it's from the King of the Dead and the Herald. And because the king had to do the wound.
Yeah, because because you flop the roll to wound.
It's Chill Soul.
Yeah, it's
Drain Soul.
Drain Soul. There you go. Drain Soul. Chill Soul is the magic power. So that was huge, because you're right. That 1 point of might, I had 2 wounds on my king, and so you flop that roll with Aragorn and the King of the Dead.
Yeah, but the king still came back with that point of might. But having that point of might in his store that I didn't have to burn, I think was really important.
And I think the alone for the 3 extra points of might on your King of the Dead is worth it. Like, that alone is,
because it's a strike with a little bit. Hey, it's my playstyle. I just lost 10-0, so take this with a grain of salt. But I enjoy playing with the king having more flexibility versus Legolas shooting.
I mean, if Legolas was in there, let's say Legolas was in there, your King of the Dead, would he have gone straight up? Would I have been able to get my Condish king in combat that first turn, I think it was, when I had a charge and your King of the Dead came up and we did a strike off, right?
No, he wouldn't have, for sure.
Yeah, it's because then you're only 1 turn of strike. After that, you could be exposed.
And this is people who play the army. Give me your opinion. But I played this army. I only started playing this army back in the fall when we were going to that North Carolina escalation event. Super fun. I think it's surprisingly hard to play, because you have to maximize your key points. But the one thing that I've encountered several times is the King of the Dead taking 2 wounds and dying. He's got 3 fate, and I twice now I have rolled all 3 fate to block a wound.
It happened in this game.
And actually both times he died. Not this time. Both times he died, I had a point of might still left, and he rolled 2s and 1s for his fate, and so he got killed with 2 wounds. So the King of the Dead, he's very tanky. He's not invincible. It's not impossible to kill him, especially if you get that early advantage. So again, that's why I like the Herald.
Yeah.
But I feel like the positioning from the get-go, I thought my strategy was going to be castle, weather the storm of the chariots coming in. I knew I was going to lose board control. I wasn't intentionally trying to stop board control, because again, I wanted to get to the breaking point because I thought the only way I was going to win this game is if you start running off objectives, and then I'll have a guy left to run on the objective. Yeah. I'm not going to stand toe to toe, especially against, I think, a fast moving army.
Yeah,
I can't contest. I gave up my back objective really early, gambling everything on the fact that I was going to break you, and then have the courage.
And then take over the side objective than my objective. Yeah,
I was close. I got very close to punching through, and I stalled out hard at the end.
Yeah.
But Aragorn, he was getting very close to putting a lot of pressure on your back line.
Yeah. So I know you're very interested in a pure Army of the Dead. So cut Aragorn out. Is this game vindictive of that? Would you say? Or
Yeah, because you just have more models.
You'd have more heralds, I'm assuming too. So even more.
One more herald. I think this is pretty similar, honestly, because Aragorn's bonus on killing your guys
and the banner,
the might, the banner, it adds up. Because a herald is 75 points, a banner is 40 points. Aragorn's only 160.
Yeah.
So there's not a huge.
And Endural's for free. So
Endural's free. So there's not a huge difference there.
I will say that's the hardest thing about fighting that army is that knowing you are for sure going to be able to call a heroic move every single turn. It's like, that's really tough.
I think I did a good job, though, of waiting. It wasn't until the herald got out. That's another thing. Aragorn had his free point of might to call combats, not call the moves. That's for a few turns.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, I thought positioning, I thought I had a good idea. Castle up, weather the storm. It didn't go as planned.
Just roll sixes.
Yeah, just
roll sixes. There you go.
It doesn't fail. But okay, so who is your MVP?
Man, I was gonna say my leader because I think he killed like 5 or 6 Warriors of the Dead. I want to play that back. I think he did because he had like almost 2 every single turn, and he was killing at least 1 to 2.
I think he killed like 3 guys total that entire game.
Well, then I'll say my chieftain then, just to be safe, because he popped the King of the Dead at the end of the game. He crashed into him, didn't do any.
You're not going to give your horses? I thought your horses would have been for sure the MVP.
The clutch at the end.
No, just the whole game. Your horses with the piercing strike and the charge bonus.
Yeah. Those are good. I just like that I popped the King of the Dead. He was making me nervous, so Condish chieftain at the end.
My MVP would probably be Aragorn's too cliche. The heroes are cliche.
I would say honestly, your herald. Your herald.
He did well. He didn't. I wasn't able to get him into a lot of combats to actually benefit from the 3+ on the wounding. Gosh, I don't know who would my MVP be. It'd probably Aragorn because he gave a might control. He did kill a lot of stuff compared to everybody else. The one thing I'll say that I did not utilize well were my cavalry models.
Yeah,
lost the first one right away, and the second one really didn't do much. I probably should have actually repositioned those. I was trying to set up to get first turn charges or threaten you and force you to try and do a heroic move.
Which it worked.
First turn, it did. In retrospect, it probably would have been more efficient to keep those guys back and pressure on the 2 objectives where I didn't have a presence.
Yeah.
Because if I would have run, I was trying to fight through difficult terrain on the left side, my left side. If I would have had cavalry to run around that.
To meet my charioteer, though. I was sending a charioteer.
Yeah, you had a lot of guys there. I could have used them better, but I didn't.
I will say it was an all or nothing, because I was thinking about it. I did call the heroic move, because I wanted to pin you. I didn't want to give you board control towards my objective. So I did end up burning the point of might to pin you in that little spot there between the rock and the difficult terrain. Yeah. But I mean, even if you did get it, I was thinking about just taking it because you couldn't get everybody else in. I could swarm, trap, maybe even heroic combat.
It was a bluff.
Okay, maybe even heroic combat. I was considering a heroic combat off of that rider that would have charged.
It was a bluff.
Yeah, okay.
It was a bluff.
Yeah.
And if that's the way I'm playing, then it probably wasn't.
I still don't. I think it was worth it because I didn't want to give you a board control. Because if you had been outside of that pin where I pinned you, then you would have been fighting around the front of that difficult terrain to the objective. I really wanted to pin you there. I didn't want to give you any leeway that way. So I think that's why I ended up doing that. All right, well.
So that was 800 points. Not sure what our next matchup's going to be, but we'll probably still stay in that ballpark range.
Yeah, I see
Bigger
a lot of smaller games, and they look great. We usually play 800, and we like bigger games, so I think we'll just keep playing 800 because we'll fill that kind of role there. Yeah. I think next time I play, I want to dig out Earl DeYoung because I haven't played him in over a year now. So.
Oh wow!
Since the tournament, yeah.
That'd be good. So.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Go ahead and leave any comments if we missed something. We probably screwed something up. And check out our podcast at the Durin Show. So, all right.
Bye, guys.